Hi everyone, it's Valerie Frost. I'm about to take you behind the scenes on what it looks like for lived experience to come to conferences. Step one, I had to pick the kids up for school and just some food for thought, but there are parents that have CPS involvement because of educational neglect or truancy. So just think about when you're asking parents to come to conferences, are you jeopardizing their stability and kind of setting them up for consequence with the system? So me, when when I have to travel for work and everything, I have to do parent notes so that it doesn't accumulate and become an issue. But you may want to let people know that up front. There are people that don't know the attendance policy. They don't know the process of notifying schools. So that, just consider that if you're inviting parents to events, conferences, opportunities, maybe kind of letting them know if it's a weekday, if it's during the school year, have you let the school know? Have you gone through the process? Because that would be really unfortunate if they came to talk to you and your group about community strengthening and parent support, and meanwhile they return home to consequences. This is my first time at the Cincinnati airport, and you have to park outside of the airport and then take a bus. So just like more obstacles for me maneuvering having 3 kids. So wish me luck. I finagled this contraption here. We're on the elevator to the ticket desk. 3 kids in the airport, making it work. Say hi.
Hi.
We had to wait like 15 minutes in line to get our tickets. And then we had to go to the family restroom to make sure that everybody went potty before we go through security. I am dropping the car seat off. I had to get a tag for it at the desk here, and then you leave it on the way. Getting on the plane. Made it on the plane. We have a connecting flight, so we're at a different airport now. My daughter got off the plane and had a colossal meltdown. Took her to the bathroom, got her a snack. Everything's good. In context though, this is always the fear of a parent that has been impacted by the system. There's always Judge Judy lurking. Getting some snacks, bud. The second flight was trash. I'm laughing. It's not even funny. Like, the people directly behind us spent the entire hour coughing. It was so uncomfortable. And I was not smart because they said that it was a smaller plane, and they were like, if you can check your bag, please do so. And I was like, well, I don't need my bag on the plane. That's fine. Didn't realize it was going to go to baggage claim. So I normally don't check bags, so I could just avoid all that hassle and just leave. So we had to wait for baggage claim, and then we had to wait for an Uber, and I had not tested out the car seat because I bought another car seat just for traveling, and the straps were not adjusted. So all of that was a pain, but yeah, that was it. We made it. We're here. Time to get some sleep and start conference life tomorrow. Quick recap of my morning. Woke up, had to get ready, thought I got my eye drops on my outfit, so I wasn't sure if it was like a stain or whatever, but I got it out. So quick moment of panic, scare there, thinking that I didn't have an outfit or I would have to use my backup. I am my daughter's trying to make a cameo in this video, and ignore her, but I'm a super homebody. So not having my face wash with me, not having clothes with me that I can wardrobe change, just all the things. I'm so uncomfortable and just like a fish out of water.
And yeah, I've just been making a mental note everywhere of like, what did I forget? What do I need to do better? Because I am not alleging to be a content expert, subject matter expert in travel. Um, so I will tell you my mistakes so far. One, my friend who is a travel expert told me that I could check in early, like a virtual check-in, and get my tickets, like my boarding passes, on my phone. So I wasted like 15 minutes waiting in that line for no reason. I spent like 15 minutes in that line to get the tickets printed out and then walked straight through security with kids. I mean, they were just like, put your jacket and your shoes on here and just walk through the metal detector. Like that was it. Absolutely nothing. So I will try that next time. I also made sure that my kids had their bathing suits because the hotel has a pool. So I was like bathing suits, floaties. So another kind of living experience thing. If you remember with my first CPS story, that my children are very premature. So they still don't have like all their sensory integration stuff is not really all the way there, or they just have like permanent sensory stuff. Like, I don't know, whatever the deal is. Neither of them know how to swim by choice. Like, I put them in swimming lessons. So we have to pack these puddle jumpers still. So we have to pack puddle jumpers, bathing suits. I made sure they did all of that. Their booster seats, all the things. And then I forgot my bathing suit. Other little known fact about me, I am entirely caffeine free. So I quit caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I am a tea drinker, but I don't do any tea with caffeine now. Um, anyway, so make sure I pack my bathing suit. Make sure I pack my face wash. Make sure that car seats and booster seats are completely set up before we go. Other problems, virtual boarding passes. Also, I sent my slides to be preloaded, thank goodness. I looked at my flash drive and like in my mind, I packed it, but I don't see it yet. So I don't know if it's like buried and stuff because it's small, or I forgot it. So yeah, I also don't have a purse because my luggage was overstuffed. So I didn't put a purse in my bag. And I do have, so I'm doing a keynote and a breakout session, and I do have, handouts and things and pens and whatever. And so I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to be carrying around all day. And I'm just going to be like this tacky, like travel person who doesn't have all their stuff. But this is it. At least I have the gift of gab, if anything else. Yeah, at least I can talk. At least I'm adaptable. At least I am a subject matter expert on what I'm actually talking about. So these are all going for me. These are all good things. Yeah. And engagement, I'm all here. I'm ready to have, to be interactive. I am ready to leave people with food for thought, and hopefully, tomorrow in their daily practice, it's like they hear the echo of Valerie and, some nugget of wisdom I dropped. And, that's the goal. One person, one heart, one mind. You just got to keep going. And I have had people from the Level Up Lived experience. I've had a few emails of people coming back and asking me if they can quote me for things. And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Like, that's the point. The point is that I can't be everywhere all the time. I can't interact with all the people who are directly impacted. I can't interact with all of the systems people and systems adjacent people. So please spread the word, spread the message. This is a movement. The Thriving Families Safer Children is an initiative that is a movement. It's supposed to catch on. Like, I am here as a leader to develop other leaders. I can't do it all. So yeah. So I already posted a video today, a quick one, and I'm just kind of doing these like in betweens. So I'll, do kind of like a longer thing at some point, but I hope this is helpful. I hope this is illuminating. And really, I want to say, if you are someone who doesn't have lived experience and you're like, I have to deal with the same stuff as you. Yeah, but why are you okay with that? Like, that's the thing. why have you been conditioned into thinking that this is normal, that parents have to compartmentalize who they are to go to work to do this work? Like, we're talking about strengthening families, we're talking about protective factors, we are talking about supporting people at the universal community level so that they don't have stressors that exasperate their mental health, that lead them to cope with substances, that make that, their test their resilience. So now that there's family violence in the home, like, this is it, this is the work. So if we're going to talk about this every day, we have to model this, we have to live this. And so why are people, professionals in this, okay with no childcare at conferences, okay with not having like wrap around supports for everybody? Like, this should be relaxing. I know that some people are here because it's their job. So this should work for everyone, because if it doesn't work for us, how does it work for families? I am back. So there is a block on the conference schedule for lunch on your own. And whoever did that is satisfying every introvert going to a conference's dreams, because I already made a post the other day. Conferences and the back-to-back socializing really takes a whole lot out of your girl. Just some quick advice on, I don't know, not advice, guidance from me on giving a keynote. So first of all, my format was generally personal. Well, I did a demonstration. So demonstration, hands-on exercise, good for engagement, interactive, kind of, I'm the icebreaker queen, so that's my thing. So I did that, personal story, teaching framework, and then call to action, inspiration. What is like one thing I really want you all to take away? As far as preparing for it, writing it, making slides. So as far as my slide deck, I did not go slide by slide by slide, not in the way that I normally present. I had a few pictures that I wanted to share, a few kind of transition slides, mostly didn't go off of it. Just to keep in mind for women, I like the lapel mic. I never have pants, pockets, like I have pants. I never have pockets. I normally don't have pants either. I wear dresses and skirts, and this is a jumper. So I typically don't have things to like tuck it into. So I just held it. I like to walk around on stage. So I didn't want the podium mic. My daughter's trying to make cameos here. And then just reviewing, reading, kind of writing it in different formats. So writing my notes by hand, reading it. I was talking to myself on the plane, so I'm sure I looked wonderful because I was practicing on the flight as well. I had speaker notes on my phone, and I do that sometimes in like small breakout sessions. And I just make sure to turn off like the display, like if it sleeps or whatever, I just make sure that it stays on when it's on. So I just have it in front of me. I didn't use it. I would say in the speaker notes on the laptop to maybe just put like your statement transitions, that like things that you really want to make sure you kind of say and keep. But I'm not really one to read so often. I really just get into the moment when I'm talking. As you can see, I'm kind of going off right now. I don't know. I think that was basically it. Really just practice, because I didn't memorize it, but when I got to certain spots that I had practiced more, I just kind of got into the flow of, I remember rehearsing this kind of thing. I've done where I've broken up like one paragraph at a time, and you just say that paragraph over and over and over again, or trying to do like the first half, then like just the middle, then the middle, or the end. So I don't know. I'm not an expert. This was actually my first keynote.